Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we are doing mages. Hi, the recording has started.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, fucking thanks to our patrons. I still appreciate it, though, even though I'm being super casual about it. Also, I'm super loud. Hold on, let me push my microphone down a little bit, and then I will continue by saying thanks to our patrons, including Aika Comics, Qua, Jeremy Vasquez, Kylie Denton, Nestor Flores, Sodasan 0424, and Video Gamer 75. And we appreciate your support, and if you like what we do, want to see us do more, consider supporting us on Patreon, like all those nearly 50 people who do.
Sweet deal. Oh, Maggie, you sound a little low energy right now. You still tired?
Yeah, I'm okay for now.
Ooh.
I was going to warn everybody, though, that I didn't... My meal wasn't super impressive, so I may dramatically run out of energy at any moment.
Oh.
But for now, I'm fine.
Okay.
The sandwich wasn't super good. I think the bread's going.
I guess we'll have to
bread.
keep the tangenting to men.
Yes, I'm going to get dice, so I
keep
really
me
hope
super
you guys
abstract.
remember what you were doing, because it's been 2 or 3 weeks down here.
If I remember correctly, we got more information about another base that was heavily guarded against air attacks.
Yep.
Let me see if I have
That's a D10.
that written down on some notepad thing.
I don't know. I just remember they have a bunch of fucking anti-air shit. I'm all like, that's bad news, yo. This severely hampers my
Okay, so here's what I have. Civilian port on one side of the bay, and then on the other side is the naval yard. Storage fuel, docks for all sides of the ships. Space for loading, unloading, barracks command building, naval office command staff. Even taller radio thing. There's the old coastal fort with coastal guns. Something about anti-air guns, and then flak. And
Yes.
machine gun nests.
How dare. Okay, so everything about this fucking mission is completely against my modus operandi of not getting the fuck shot.
Yeah.
So,
But you picked the plan, so who's to blame?
And I supported that plan, so...
So, basically, since the outline of the plan was first to do rapid fire engagement, and so basically within the next day, like after a full day of rest, we're sorting again.
Right.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
maybe. Who knows?
Oh, maybe.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I believe
mobility.
you said you wanted a few days to, like, get your intel organized and plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that command probably wouldn't let you... I said that command probably wouldn't let you take any longer than that. Because as always, there's still room for, if you guys need to build anything, to buy anything, whatever you wanted to prep.
Right. What was I doing?
Okay, literally the last one.
Powered or... What else was I gonna fucking do?
I think you already got to powered.
I can't remember. Oh well. I said it's been a while. I'm like, what was I doing? I do know that I bumped up my fucking willpower up to 50. Oh, that's something I gotta do. I gotta re-enchant so I can use my new will modifier.
Okay. Oh yeah, I got this mobility unit expert.
Oh, that's super handy. Now you can keep up with me. Okay. Whoosh, whoosh, motherfucker.
Yep. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can go over 500.
Okay, so I'm going to be enchanting Pardon on Masterwork Heavy Body Armor.
Alright, what did I do? Let's see here.
Build an array.
Just double checking my weapon thingies. Okay, so... Oh, right, so I had a... Okay, so I bought a far reach focus and I put in focus for the built-in focuses for my revolvers. Oh yeah, I did that last time.
I don't know if I And you guys probably should have gotten paid hazard pay, which is 4 MC each for your completed mission. We probably didn't do that.
Probably.
Hazard pay was 4 from last time that you put, which was session 23.
Okay, then you did get paid. All right, good job, me.
Oh, yeah.
And then we also had that 2-week pay also on session.
Yeah, that was beforehand.
23.
That was basically preemptively paying you beforehand so you could spend your cash.
Yeah. Now I'm just
Okay, so there's that.
trying to remember what all I did to this sheet
trying
because
to
I don't
think.
recognize it anymore.
Man, it's been a long time. I'm trying to think of the mission timeline. I calculated it, but I don't think I have my notes anymore. I'm wondering if I should make you roll post-mission fatigue.
Probably.
We just.
Well, here's the problem. I don't know how long the mission was.
Well, like,
I think we went out at. Didn't we go, like, early out?
Yeah, because we had to fly, like, more than a few kilometers. It wasn't so far that I had to use a char. Wait, no.
I think it was like 3 hours to get there, right?
I feel like that was right. And then we were only there for like a quick pass, but then there was still the flight home. Like, we couldn't have been there for longer than like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't a very long operation. Well, go ahead and roll toughness. We'll see.
Okay, toughness time.
Because theoretically, even if I counted as like 6 hours round trip, so that you have to rest for twice. That's 12 hours. That means technically the next day you might still be fatigued.
Okay. So
you might have to lose some extra time resting. I'm still very loud to myself.
That is yes, 0 and 00.
That's a 100.
Is it?
Yeah, there's no 00.
Oh god, that's right.
No 0.
Wait, no.
There's 0.
No, because it. Oh god, wait, yeah.
Because there's 0
You're
1,
right.
then there's 0 2, but then there's.
Yeah, you're
double
right,
double
right.
on is 100.
That's right.
So that's.
Then what's? How do I fucking work? No, because it was double. I guess it must be the way my percentile dice goes. Because my percentile dice go from. Wait, fuck. Oh, because 9 and 10 would be 100. Wait, no. Yeah. If I was to roll 90 on my percentile dice and 10 on my tens die, on my singles die, that's 100.
No, that's 19.
Is it?
Yeah. It's if you roll a 10 on your percentiles. Well, I don't know. If you're using 2d10s, then you have a problem. But with actual percentile dice, it's the 1 is 10, 1 0, and then you roll 9, and that's 16. You know, the tens die is the tens place, which is normally if you roll a 0 0, that's 0. But if you roll the 10 on the d10, then there's the system, as per the rules. I'm pretty sure I've made sure all the percentile tables are. That's not even the wrong fucking document. I'm pretty sure all the percentile tables are marked as 0, 1, 2, 100, 0, 0. That is explicitly in critical success. 98,200 is a critical failure. So technically, I guess it's 3
I'm so
zeros.
confused right now, but whatever. Critical failure. Hang on, I'm trying to think here, though. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, the way I understand it, technically, if you're using actual percentile dice, so one of the tens places actually got 2 numbers on it, is you can read 3 zeros as either 0, 0, as 0, or 100. The way Mages of War is set up is that that is a hundreds, it's not a 0.
Oh, I see what you mean now. Because it basically means that it's 1 to 10 here, and it has to be 10 to 100 on the... I don't know, but then how do you... Oh, it's this weird overlap thing. You can't go over 100, so that goes and cycles over to the fucking tens place. That's so weird! That makes no sense!
Like I said, it's a little odd, and technically I wrote the game that way, but that's usually how I heard percentiles systems presented, is that...
okay,
0,
I
0
understand how this is supposed to work. I understand what you mean now, but yeah, now I'm looking about it like, yeah, that's still... I understand the system now, but it's just like, wow, that's fucking weird. Okay, but yeah, so I rolled 100.
Well, that's bad. That's maximum degrees of failure.
Yeah,
Where is actually
do I want to
post-mission
use...
fatigue? So I think, yeah, theoretically, so the post-mission fatigue roll is just, there's no degrees necessary in it.
Okay.
So you can just fail and be fucking tired and take fatigue.
I'm tired. I got shot at.
Alright, so that would be a minus 10 penalty on everything until you can rest 12 hours.
Whew. Well, I'm pretty sure we got back to base before, like, weird time is gone, so I could probably get off my
See, I could
8.
Google. Let me check
Get open.
previous versions, because I think I wrote down what time you wanted to do this at, which I believe was like noonish, but I'll double check. Let's go all the way back to edits on June 6th.
Oh.
No, gotta get even
big.
farther back. Do we actually have jotted down the time you wanted?
Oh yeah. And
Oh, no, I didn't write it down because you had to pick. So, I believe it was like noonish was your
Yeah, I think
target
it was
time.
noonish. It was noonish because I wanted all the civilians to be
Yes.
out at work.
Yeah, so, anyway, that would mean you'd get back about 3-ish mid-afternoon. So, assuming you don't want to get to your enchanting literally right away,
No.
you could probably put everybody in light duty for the rest of the day, and then you get your 8 hours.
Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll put everyone in late hours. I will pull up in my office and start writing a fuck ton of reports, as usual. Bureaucracy.
So, basically,
the-
the fatigue means that you lose the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And nothing important is accomplished. Okay. Am I gonna have to mute General now also? I think so. Okay. Right, so, next day. You wake up. You roll some enchanting numbers.
Mm-hmm. Boom. Enhancement.
So now your cloak has passive barrier.
Mhm.
Which is, what, 1 DUS? So that's... What's on passive barrier again?
I think it works on Wilmot, maybe? Hang on.
Barrier decreases the attack by your Wilmot divided by 2.
And we round up, correct?
I believe so, yes. So that becomes
Yeah.
3 now.
Okay, cool. So I've increased my armor rating on all areas by 1. And I can now tank 3 DOS hit. Yay. Please don't kill me. Call me motherfucking Scheherazade here.
Highly relevant. Never mind that I literally only set up 22, I think, today. I uploaded it today for patrons. I know, it took me way too long. I'm sorry, guys. I got distracted by other stuff.
It happened. Alright. Just quick. Wow, I got 15 armor in the body.
Nice.
It's pretty good. I'll have to see what I can do about that.
Please no.
Suddenly, an even bigger anti-tank gun.
Well, honestly, I don't really need to beat it outright, but that does mean that basically he's immune to rifle bullets now, at least in the body.
Yeah.
Well, so with my cloak, it actually goes up, because the cloak actually adds an actual modifier, and that goes up.
Right.
So with all my armor combined right now, I'm at 9, 18, 14, 14. For head, body, armor.
Alright, I have like 8, 8, 6, 6.
Oh shit, no, I forgot my fucking
Head,
tower
body,
shield.
arms, and leg.
Oh wait, no, I totally forgot my fucking tower shield. Excuse me. That is
Yeah.
Goddamn, that's 19, 20. Fuck, I am a goddamn tank.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm worried now. Omega's gonna do some weird ass shit.
Well, I mean, there's other ways to pretty much like keep you from being, well, in the fight other than armor.
Oh yeah, no, Omega's mentioned it. Like, he's just gonna fucking fire an anchor chain on me and just winch me in. I'm gonna be like, no, I'm not a fish!
Or just use caustic rounds.
Oh god, no, please.
That's right, maintain that armor.
Yeah, caustic rounds are the bitchy.
So, I feel very well armor against the standard infantryman. The mage
Yes,
man
you're
or someone
basically, your body anyway is basically immune to rifle bullets now, like I said, because I'm pretty sure that's 1 to
Your
10 plus
body
4,
is-
pen 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, assuming you have a toughness of anything, yeah, you're pretty covered.
And I have a toughness 4 on top of all this stuff.
Well, let's see how useful this armor comes in, because with that information of the ports, like, I think the thing that we're
But
gonna
yes,
have to
by the
do-
way, you're not joking. The armor rating for a heavy tank is, keeping in mind though that there's damage reduction on this, but
yeah.
is front, back, and sides 20, top and bottom 16.
Wow.
I am a literal flying tank. Oh my god.
Yes.
Now that said, a tank has a hell of a lot more health than you do with a hull integrity of 60.
Oh yeah, no, I'm a squishy tank. But so what we got to do is we're probably gonna have to figure out some way to take out the anti-air and flak cannons, probably before the bombers start making their run.
Right.
As I said, with
Right, so maybe we could have some, like, ground forces that could, like, go in and, like, sabotage.
Well, hey, Mr. I'm a tank. Mechanically, a flak gun is 1d10 plus 10 pen 4, so that's max damage 20.
Yeah, that's only so I might be able to, like.
Now it does have blast, so you don't want to take a direct hit, but
yeah, but at the same time, I just don't want to get hit in the first place.
Yeah.
Like I said, all this armor is like literally my backup plan. It's like my first plan is just don't get shot in the first place. This is great. I love this warfare.
You know, I think I have like half the armor that you do, so I definitely don't want to get shot.
Well, hey, you can take full cover.
Of Ulrich, you are, I think, the one with all the, what they would call geomancy, the terrain shifting abilities.
Yeah. Yeah, I do Earthfall and everything, plus I have that pot of dirt, which has...
Actually, that's a question.
DR of 4.
Don't you have a spell that can make, like, some sort of crazy-ass pit? Or, like, or make something...
Oh, yeah. That would be Erosion.
Like, how big are these flat guns and anti-air guns?
Or Stone Shape.
I mean, we have magic. Like, if we, like, can...
And you have the metal bending powers.
Or we just know there is a lot.
Plus,
yeah, so, like, an individual one
water.
of these guns is gonna be itself, probably something like overall length of the emplacement is gonna be something like, 5 or 6 meters long.
Ooh.
Right. Right, what?
The guns themselves are probably only, a couple of meters long, like if you were trying to, like, warp steel or something on them.
Yeah, I know, that's gonna be my second thing, but
the actual emplacements are, like, several meters long, yes.
Like, it might just be worth it just to, fly and cloak, be like, oh, no, see this barrel? No. Just bend it with a mighty twist.
Yeah, because I believe you do step damage per DOS.
I believe so.
Okay, so that's at 4 degrees, that's destroyed outright, and God knows what. What's the item damage table? Yeah, heavy damage is minus 20 to use, and weapons have half range and half damage before damage reduction.
Let's see. Successful movement delay, moving barbed wire, breaking a weapon, a number of meters DOS. Yeah, so basically I can do it as far as many meters away and as much damage equal to my US. Oh, vehicles and structures take integrity damage instead.
Yeah, I added that later. Oh, that reminds me. I don't, because it's been forever. I don't know if you guys would have spotted this. I think the only major edit I did was some vehicle stuff. So vehicles can actively defend now. They can only do it if they move this turn, but they can juke now.
I remember you did say that.
I think I mentioned it somewhere. And I decided component damage wasn't quite common enough, so I don't think it's marked as optional now, as I decided to keep rules in. And technically, if the master so chooses, component damage can be random, so weapons with certain tags can, when they would normally deal critical damage, they randomly deal a component. They randomly damage a component instead. Which means technically, because Sunder is one of those tags, Lucky can cause rando crits with his sword on vehicles. But anyway, that's just I was thinking about it to myself, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of, it's not as common as I thought it should be. And also, let's see, I added a new section to make it 10 sections. So, car door storage is now added as a component you can damage. And instead of just one of them being comms, I changed that to all auxiliary systems. So if it has communications, running lights, radar, any other special equipment, that's now a crit zone. So yeah, that's the only rules updates I think I did. But alright, so yes, about the guns. So, if I'm remembering rightly, because there's an airstrip there. That's defended by lighter flak guns, basically. Yeah. There are some guard towers and entrenched positions throughout the naval yard, which are like small sandbag positions, which would be maybe medium or heavy machine guns, not necessarily flak, but they'd be multi-purpose weapons.
Yeah.
The coastal fort has actual anti-aircraft guns, which are the big, large caliber, single shot at a time fuses that explode kind of thing.
Yeah. So. We definitely need to take out the coastal fort. Honestly, we can probably, since the civilian and the military buildings are separate, we can basically tell the bombers and everyone else that we can just literally release the full complement of bombs and not have to worry. Unlike the last mission where we basically had to alright, we have to focus on accuracy over.
Yeah, this will be a target-rich environment.
Yeah, this is a very target-rich environment. So the Navy, so basically we should be trying to hit the naval yard, the runway, and the coastal fort.
So of the naval yard targets, what would you count as the priority?
Of the naval
docks
yard,
and dry docks, the warehouses, the staff buildings. I assume since as we're nebulously talking about this plan, you've probably got senior officers in your office or the briefing room looking at the maps and charts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Probably like the dry docks is probably one thing.
Well, yeah, their ability, their docks is probably pretty important. As I said, one of the main
things.
Yeah, well, one of the main missions of this is we want to basically put enough pressure on their sea force that they need to pull back. So we basically need to take out So basically, primary targets should probably be the dry docks and docks. Second, probably be the warehouse. And third, be the actual command building. As I said, for basically take out the first, we take out the means for them to actually, do the stuff. Second, we take out the materials that they need. And third, we can actually take out the personnel. As I said, not to be too what's the word I want to. I'm not trying to be white knight about it, but personnel are quote unquote easy to replace. Materials have to come from fucking somewhere.
Right. Bodies you're not worried about fighting bodies. You're worried about fighting bodies with guns and ships.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much those are the primary.
So, but as I said, I definitely want to put damage on that fucking runway because, as I said, I don't want to be able to fly in or out of this area.
Now I'm thinking about this. I think at some point I wanted to draw a map, but I didn't because I forgot stuff. But basically, the bay you should imagine is kind of both bays are basically two semicircles, and then there's a little peninsula between them. Mm-hmm. So that peninsula is more northerly. So on that peninsula is the coastal fort and a lot of those buildings, and then along the semicircle is all the naval docks, the dry docks, all the repair stuff, and then kind of back behind that in the foothills is the warehouses and then the command buildings and the airstrip. So you're coming from the northish, so if you were to do kind of a northwest to southeast run, you'd start at the coastal fort and end about at the airstrip and command buildings. As a theoretical.
That makes sense. And also, we want to probably hit, I want to probably hit the fucking coastal fort first, because we need to definitely take out those guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, what I'm thinking here is, Marth, you're gonna fly with me as usual because we're not gonna fucking split the party.
Yes.
But I'll leave the air rifles with the bombers to like do their bombing run as well, and I'll basically divide up the scouts into taking the anti-air establishment. We'll have to do a we're gonna have to do kind of a surprise attack. I'm gonna say this is okay because we are not attacking a civilian installation. So, as I said, it is a fucking free target. And I think that's how that works.
Yeah, that's relatively resembles the rules of war. Also, really quick, realized didn't roll weather. Let me tell you what the weather's going to be like on this op. That'll probably help.
Right.
Driving rain.
Is it rain?
No, hold on. I'm scrolling. I got a lot of tables. Oh boy, it's high on the chart though.
Oh boy.
Oh, well, you're gonna love this. Limited visibility. Excuse me, that's limited visibility. So fog or mist. So heavy fog, everybody.
Well, this is actually a blessing and a curse.
Yes.
Now,
so the fog and mist.
Now I'll say this: you're not a naval man, but
yeah.
You know, being a military man who also flies things, that means if that port isn't shut down and that airstrip isn't shut down, they're gonna need running lights. They will need runway lights. They will need dock lights because people need to see.
True.
Now, this probably means there will be bloody great searchlights going, but the fog is still on your size, for man-sized targets anyway. But theoretically, your ground targets should still be lit.
Yeah, our target should be lit, but now it's going to be definitely harder to find the hecking, Actually, no, the searchlights will probably be around where the fucking anti-air is. Maybe? I don't know. Can we see any searchlights on our maps?
Based on the eyeball, because they had to do this from a distance, but I think you sent them, do the whole 24 hours and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, there are definitely searchlights for use in case of an air raid or a night raid. They will probably be paired with anything that has an anti-air bent, but also, there'll just be some spotlights on the ground. It's probably not super dense, but, the fort's probably got a few big, like I said, bloody great searchlights. The dockside has lights. Those are mostly for looking for boats and stuff in the water, though. Mm-hmm. And the airstrip will obviously have a couple of these big fuck-off lights because it's a runway.
Yeah. So, speaking of dockyards, we're not going to enlist the sub this there doesn't look like there's going to be a ship in? I don't know.
Well, they can't get, any planes or anything. There's probably going to be ships in, but there will probably be several of various sizes because, remember, this is, their full-blown naval yard. So, there will probably be a few ships in port. I don't actually know. That's going to be a random moment. That's one of those things where there's, no way you can know exactly what's going on there unless you get, a guy inside, which would be a whole thing.
Yeah, maybe.
If you'd probably have to roll something to get them the supplies. If you wanted to, you could probably try and rig a couple of your recon guys to hide in the hills for days at a time and be ready to radio you back details as you approach. But that's a slight logistical hiccup you have to get over. They're gonna need food. They're gonna need Ethereum cores for their radios and stuff like that. So.
We'll see. Okay, so yeah, so we'll basically use what we have on eyes. We'll try to estimate where the anti-air is. If the fog is indeed in, we'll basically use the searchlights. We'll try to take out no harm in taking out the searchlights either.
No, that's actually a pretty typical job for mages of your description and things. Oh, hey, a light. Let me hit it with a bullet, because I'm a man and can use a rifle.
So, if the searchlights are up, we'll basically use that to pinpoint our targets, take out anti-air guns and searchlights. The majority of the actual bombing is going to be done by the bombers and the air rifles. As I said, the three targets are going to be the coastal fort. The bombers' targets are going to be the coastal fort, the docks, and the runway, while the air rifles basically splash damage wherever they can in the area. They're gonna be a little spread out, and I'm at this point I'm just thinking just secondary damage is just gonna be good. It's a target rich environment.
Mm-hmm.
Anything they hit is a plus. But before that, we're gonna have to arrive like I want to say about.
Oh right, shit! I should hold on. I've forgotten because I didn't take the notes. This was a little bit of a sudden session, so
yeah.
Hold on. Let me boot something up and let me calculate your distance. But continue your thought, because I'll figure out how much your flight time needs to be.
So we're gonna have to go in. We're gonna have a tight window. It's gonna have to be like 10 to 15 minutes because we're gonna have to get in. We're gonna have to blow the fucking radio tower. Start taking out anti-air and search, but we can't give them enough time to get fully coordinated before the bombers get in. Because, as I said, if they do have ships and stuff in port, who knows what they might have on hand. So it's get in, fuck up a bunch of shit, let the bombers come in, they fuck up a bunch of shit, and then we GTFO.
Okay, so you're looking at about, my favorite math, guerrilla math, you're looking at about 1,300 kilometers to target. That is
1,300.
1,300.
Also, by the way, I let this pass earlier, but I should not. In that Marth said the best thing in chat, and it needs to be recorded for the audio, which is he said that he could be a ground submarine.
Yes.
A submaland.
I can attack from the underground.
But, yeah, I was actually considering that, but you can only do that to yourself. You can't take others with you, can you?
Not really, unless I enchant something on their gear.
Like, that would be known as land shark. Terrifying. But,
Yeah.
yeah, 13. What is the bomber's flight? Fuck,
Hold on, I'm in the dock. Vehicle list. You boosted them by, what was it, 50%, I think? Because you gave them the boosted engines. So, let's see. Oh, I think I scrolled past. No, wait, I'm still in ground vehicles. Planes are after. Heavy bomber, so the normal's top speed is that. Hold on. This is not guerrilla math, this is calculator math.
Calculator!
So their top speed overland is 240 kilometers per hour. So by default, that's... Because obviously you can't necessarily fly faster than them. That's about 5.4 hours.
Ooh, man. We're gonna need the... Well, I said, the bombers, we did this last time, but we can definitely put people on the wings.
Yeah, you can do the equivalent of buddy tanking and basically be like, hey, just hoof us half the way there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because actually, otherwise, I think you would definitely have to do a spare core swap because it's only 10 charges per core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means round trip time would be over 10 hours, so you'd have to eat. Apart from you, Mr. High Efficiency, would have to swap.
But it definitely means that, like, they probably have to take the wings in rotations if we're flying, like, full force.
Yeah, also, you do only have 3 bombers. They aren't of infinite size.
No.
So you'll probably have to set up a shift.
Even but basically that's what it is. Everyone's just gonna have to fly in shifts, which honestly is good, because staying up in the air for 5 hours, that's probably a little stressful.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you do. So I will draw up some fucking rotations. It's alright, like from this time to this time, these guys are gonna be flying, these guys will be resting from this time for this time. Flying, blah blah. So like they don't need to be resting for like super long. It's like if they can just rest like a couple hours each, should be enough. But yeah, I think I don't think there's anything.
Technically, if your guys were flying solo, I think what's the actual land speed calculation? Is it 50 per point of will?
Oh, wait, that means I have to fucking... Hang on 1 second, I have to fucking redo my fucking max height.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's will based.
Your thing is going to be 2,500 plus whatever your doubling thing is for plus mobility unit expert.
We're really I'm gonna have to figure out a way you can really dance with the angels, Chief.
Oh my.
High efficiency, which however much is that?
So shit. So what was the equation? It was.
Or height is 500 times every point of your will or will mod.
Okay.
Time.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, will modifier. I thought you said a point of will. I was like, excuse me.
Yeah, will mod. So that's 500. Then you have. I know you have mobility unit expert. So.
Yeah, so that doubles it, and then I add another 25%.
That. Alright, 25% on that is like 6250.
I don't think it's that, but hang on, because let's see, it's my will mod is 5, right? So that's 5 times 500. That's 2,500 times that by 2 because it's double. Then if you add 25% of that, that's another 1,000. Wait, no, you're right. No, you're right, Marth. You're right. It was 6250.
Yeah. And then
I was dumb.
And your speed would be 500.
Gotta go fast. Thanks, Marth.
You're welcome.
So yeah, if you ever needed to do anything, you have like double the speed, and now Marth has mobility unit expert too, so he's super fast. So you can double time your own bombers. I will say you probably have a large enough unit that there are a small handful of guys who could also go that fast.
Well, I mean, it has to be my custom mobility unit has to be built around a large heavy body armor. So
yeah, but I'm just saying that you probably have other guys who basically are the equivalent of ability unit experts. So you have dudes in your team who can fly as fast as you can if you need them. Not a lot. So theoretically, if you wanted to do some kind of like advanced push, you could with a small unit, but it would not be very many.
Yeah, I think we are. Basically, because I was mentioning this earlier, again, first thing I want to do is take out the communications. Always get rid of communication. So, yeah. I think that's what we're gonna do. Unlike, excuse me, last time where we, just took them out and fly back, I think we might do a prolonged contact here and try to work it. We're basically gonna use the fog to our advantage the best we can.
Okay.
As I said, as long as the more we keep them in confusion until the fucking bombers arrive, I think the better. Not to mention, we can take out the, searchlights will be fairly easy. I mean, one bullet to a lens, it's fucking done.
Yeah.
Right, so we're pretty much keeping up in the air and taking out
yeah, but taking out searchlights and the AA as we find.
Yes.
Basically doing, what they call, SEED. Which stands for Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses.
Right. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're doing that. Didn't know that was a thing. I celebrate with Monster. So, yeah, of course, the old man and the XO are going to be hooked onto me as well. Probably you as, I don't know, yeah, I guess, we'll just hook up and I will just fucking go full throttle.
Okay.
Rescue hook to rescue hook. We'll do a fucking, I don't know, probably actually have to be a straight line just because if I'm pulling, people will naturally be pulled to behind me.
Yeah.
So probably.
Alright,
yeah.
What height are we going to fly at?
Maximum we can go.
Okay.
Yeah, well, at least with Lucky's height, you guys can go well above cloud layer. So we've already established
that's
limited visibility. So there's cloud cover.
What is my max range?
Actually, no, I don't think I can. I think I could probably pull them. I don't think I can go max height because if I go over the height that everyone else can, that means they can't actually maintain their height. That means I have to hold them up. So
Yeah,
I can only go as high as my lowest person.
that said, let's see.
My max range for scout rifle is 800.
Yeah, well, I mean, you won't be engaging anybody from that height. We're talking about like movement height.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys, well, I mean, you have scopes and stuff. You can sort of see, but limited visibility. So you're gonna have a hard time picking out specific targets like gun emplacements and radio towers from 600 or 6,000 meters up.
Actually, what
or whatever.
What is there? I know it's like.
Oh, actually, that's right. There is a rule about rough visual range. Where is it?
And I do have an oroscope that I just keep special occasion.
Because there's rules for that.
Fall.
Where is my? It's in here somewhere. Is it not got its own note?
Scope. Where are you?
It's critical. That's all critical damage based.
Excuse me, where the fuck is my
combat
horoscope?
modifiers?
No, I bought it. I know for a fact I bought it. Wait, is it?
Yes, you
is
did.
it in the,
I don't know. You might be keeping it somewhere else in your inventory because it's like in your pocket.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there it is. One of my belt pouch. There it is. Okay.
So, your normal visibility is up to your perception score in meters. You have no penalties to receive. Up to double your perception is in meters is long range, etc. It's like shooting range, but with eyeballs.
Oh.
So it's what's your perception rated at?
Not that high. 32.
So yeah, for purposes of mechanics, you would start taking severe penalties at like 120 meters and up without enhancement.
Enhance.
Which, if you have a scope, you have. But yeah.
I have a per 41. Yep. Okay.
So, I mean, I do have a scope. Did I get art? No, I don't. I don't think I did.
Did you get one now?
Oh no, I was trying to see if I had. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to remember if I'd actually picked up Farsight. I was like, no.
You might have, but might have not. No, that's what it's for.
I have Farsight.
Yeah, I have Aether Sense and fucking. Oh god, spells! Why are you so useful?
It's almost like somebody wrote it that way.
What was it? Yeah, so we're gonna fly it high just because flying high, the highest we can go just means it's that much harder for fucking people to see us.
Well, yeah, you would fly above the cloud layer because why the fuck wouldn't you?
When we get on target, we'll come down. We'll probably
world-class
have to
navigator.
Honestly, we'll have to get pretty low. But if we come out like directly on top of them, take out the communications, and then start shooting up all their anti-air, the machine gun nest, I'm not super worried about.
Let's see. Actually, hold on.
Like as I said, we're gonna be like as long as we keep moving and don't spend too long at one target, they'll have a real hard time keeping track of us.
Alright, machine guns have max range of 2,000.
Yeah, no, they can totally fucking hit us, but
At least of that short range, of that sort of regular range distance. So there are extreme ranges, I think, 8,000.
Yeah, I mean, but you shouldn't worry about extreme range shots because that's like minus a lot.
Yeah,
like I said, as long as we keep moving and
Now, what you would mostly be concerned about is with regular machine guns, not like specialized anti-air ammo.
Yeah.
Is mostly just if they get enough of them to saturate fire, and basically if they can concentrate fire. But if you guys are running, low and slow and blacked out, your planes aren't going to be easy targets. So mostly it will just be, do you accidentally run into fire somewhere, which will be like pilot checks and stuff. Okay, so that seems like a pretty good plan. You'll take a small team, Do you want to literally just take you, or do you want to actually grab, your handful of NPCs who are actually fast for reinforcements? Do you think? Oh, like you to buy it real quick. Okay. Should I pause the recording? Yeah, I'll pause the recording and I'll come back to him. Because you both left. All right, find the backup. Everybody's back. The question I was gonna ask you, Lucky, before you left was, so you're planning on a little bit of an advanced team. Do you want that to be just the player characters and companion, or are you gonna take, however many your handful of your fastest guys is with you?
I'm gonna take a handful of my fastest guys. So this is
All right.
This ain't a small target. So
all right, I'll nail that down. That you've got 6 guys. You have 6 guys who can go as fast as you.
Cool.
Alrighty, so that's 6 guys, and then basically your general plan is, to recap, is obviously, like we said just now, advanced team, you're going to proceed above Cloud Lair, and get in there, disable radio, disable any searchlights. If any of their anti-air stuff's shooting at you, you're going to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then your main team is basically going to sweep along, kind of in that north to south crossing pattern I discussed. You're going to hit the coastal fort first, because it's a big deal, and then move into the actual naval yard, and the priority target is the docks and dry docks and the water side, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then warehouses and command and staff buildings after, but it's a target-rich environment, so basically you hit what you hit.
Yep.
And hopefully you've got some shit left to blow up that airstrip at the end.
Yeah. If nothing else, I'll stay behind and I'll fucking unload with fucking blast.
Yeah, well, heck, if you can get him to the ground, your Earth guy can crater a runway pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, so Ulrich, I'm sorry to say, we're doing, as the U.S. Marines do, we're going to be the first to arrive, we're going to be the last to leave, alright?
I'm pretty sure that Ulrich literally has the advanced career for that.
No. Vanguard.
I think one of the advanced career abilities is called first in, last out.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Vanguard.
Yep.
Yeah, well, guess what? This is the reason why you apparently got it. Because this is what we do. But yeah, so basically after all bombers and mages have dropped their payloads, we basically got to assess damage and see if there's anything we need to clean up in the final bit. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have a time you'd like to do this operation?
it's a military post, so as again, I'm not worried about civilian. That being said, you know me, I don't like causing unnecessary casualties. So let's go for an evening.
All right. How evening?
We're gonna take off at the fucking evening, so we're gonna get there at like fucking midnight.
Yeah, it's like 5 hours of flying.
Yeah.
So it's still high summer, so that means it doesn't get dark until late.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you're really close to a pole, so it's. We never really talked about this, but your amount of nighttime hours should be very small, but I won't really penalize you for that.
I always imagined it was like night was only like 10 p.m. to 4 a.m.
That's probably a good one. I don't think we've ever established that, but yeah. So you'd probably set off before sundown, because you have plenty of time for the sun to go down, and then, what do you think? Would this be a twilight attack, or are you aiming for more of a midnight situation?
Let's go for no. Let's go for twilight. Too much darkness, and we're not gonna be able to see shit either.
Accurate. Okay, so that's night. Limited visibility, night. Not the dead of night, not the witching hour, just slightly night. Once again, you'll regret not bringing your watercolors.
Wait, do I have time? Nah.
I think you've bought a couple of artisan toolkits.
Yeah, no, I bought artisan toolkits. Fuck it. I'm gonna buy me a fucking painting artisan's kit. Fuck everyone. Bringing it with me. I got nothing to do on fucking because I'm staying in the. Actually, how much concentration does it actually take to fly in the air?
All right. So based on my notes, it's not like flying a plane where you need to keep positive control at all times, right? Where you need to like keep the stick steady. It's more just when you're juiced up, you need to, if you wanted to hover, you basically need no concentration at all. Just keep your stance even. Because it kind of propels itself naturally against gravity. If you wanted to move, you would have to exert like some body motions.
Well, yeah, so basically if I'm just going in a straight fucking line, my mind can fucking wander, and I'm gonna keep going in a straight.
Yeah, so long as you keep yourself angled in the right way, and, you know, you've got a little... It's all, like, mental, but as a, like a reinforcement, you've got, like a little controller in your hand to basically be like, okay, I'm imagining throttling up right now, thus I throttle up. You don't really physically need to do the imagining part, but it helps. So, yeah, you just, you know, hold your controller in one hand and I dial it up and just point in the right direction. Because there's actually a discussion somewhere in the fluff chapters about the anatomy of the mobility unit. And basically, your feet units, the leg parts, have etheric propellers which are just constantly pushing against gravity in them while you're fired up. So how hard you push basically depends on where you're angled. So if you want to fly in a direction, you basically fly parallel to the Earth and, you know, push. Maybe angle up slightly so you have lift. It's magic. It doesn't have to make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, you technically you've got free hands, free eyes, all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I just got hazard pay. I'm gonna fucking buy me an artisan set tools for painting. Never again will I miss my fucking watercolors.
Alrighty.
Now
that you're thinking about it, anything else you want to buy?
Actually, that's a good question.
Oh yeah, the 50 MC that my...
Because I'll say this, we're at about an hour of time. I'm starting to feel a little wound down. Not like I'm gonna pass out or anything, but I'm definitely not feeling up to like a serious conflict. So I figure we'll get all the faff out of the way. This can be like episode 23.5, and then next time we get together, we can be ready to do some stuff.
Okay. Alright, my rap does 50 MC again.
Correct.
Oh man, rap.
He gets that every session now, if you need to buy something really quick.
I can't really think of anything right now with them.
I'm not gonna need my bullhorn this, because I don't need to yell at people. I didn't even get to use it last before people start shooting at me.
And Wolfgang has that potion that heals him for, I think, 3 wounds.
Yeah, how long does that last, by the way?
I believe it's the year and the day rule.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's not an indefinite storage, but for purposes of most campaigns, it'll last until you need it.
Alright, cool.
I put a lot of thought into these shenanigans.
Yeah.
People.
Right.
Not that you have a lot of time to train, but there's no like particular maneuvers or formations you want to like run the guys through. You probably want to have them practice doing a shift change at least once.
Yeah. And also for my advanced team, we're definitely gonna practice hooking up and me going like top fucking speed.
All right. So you'll practice tandem flying.
Yeah. But as I said, like I imagine that's not like the shift change will probably be pretty fucking simple, honestly.
It's probably more just you sit everybody on the ground and you're like, okay, here is your shift change procedure. You guys step off. You guys step on. Then, you know, Team A, let's go with a plane and you fly. Good job.
Remember to shut down your mobility unit.
Right. Shut off and then turn on. Nobody falls. Nobody wastes any battery. You know, you guys are highly disciplined, so you don't need to worry about, like, just, it's all like, okay, everybody in an orderly fashion.
Yep. And in tandem flying, we're going to be a whole bunch of, as I said, because we're going to be a whole bunch of people, like, basically flying in close quarters at high speed. It's like, can't be jostling.
That's a good question. I don't remember how long the rescue hook is right now.
I feel like it was a couple meters.
Rescue hook. All right. It's more than you think. It's a coil of up to 30 meters of thin wire.
Oh Jesus.
It's not hardy wire, but It's got a decent amount of tension on it. If you like distributed the weight, you probably don't need to worry about popping any of the cables. Also, you're metal, so you just get really angry at the wire, and the wire is like, you wag your finger at the wire, and you're like, no, and the wire's like,
But
you'll probably want to make sure Ulrich is close to the front so he can talk to you, because you're gonna be, like we said, you're gonna be flying by instruments once again.
Yep.
Luckily, your watch encompasses, and your watch has a compass, and it is illuminated, I should say.
Okay.
Ethereum illuminated, because radium illuminated watches is crazy.
I don't need no fucking glowing bones, yo.
Yeah, that's a discussion for another time, but holy shit, radium illuminated watches and stuff is like, now that we understand that that's a bad thing, that's like, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
People, when they discovered radium glowed, people went a little overboard. If the audience doesn't know, I will just let them know that it involves lots of people licking paintbrushes to wet them to paint watch faces as a start. So,
yeah. What was it? Radium Girls, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Radium Girls.
So here's a theoretical question to you.
Um,
There's a piece of equipment that we've never actually used before. Do you want a radio direction finder?
I thought, isn't that supposed to be attached to fucking vehicles though?
No, it's a portable loop antenna. It's about the size of a can of food.
Only 3 kg.
You can. It says it's normally a piece of equipment that's mounted on a vehicle, but when it's supplied with power from a core, you can carry it.
Radio direct.
So basically, it allows you to make skill checks to locate radio signals, with penalties or bonuses based on size and power of the transmitter. So hey, giant radio tower would be pretty easy.
Roll investigation or navigation to locate a radio. Oh yeah, fuck it. Let's get one.
All right.
Let's see here. Investigation or. Honestly, navigation's your wheelhouse, Marth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say give it to the XO since she already has a radio pack, but I don't think it's that enough. Investigation or. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm definitely. This is why I have you.
Right.
So yeah, fuck it. Let's use procurement.
Yeah, you got a couple of days. All right, roll. I assume you're trying to procure it. Oh, yeah. Captain, my captain. So you roll int or leadership.
Was that leadership? Oh!
I'm pretty sure it's those two stats. Listen, I already told everybody I'm a little fuzzy. I remember my own rules, damn it. I've not been binging like 20 episodes of an L5R podcast for the past week.
You really want to play L5R?
I do. That said, I was super shocked when you guys were like, oh, hey, I'm going to try making some characters. I'm like, whoa, holy shit, guys. I thought we were still doing Ages of War. I haven't written my notes yet.
That was me.
Well, yeah, but like Marth, as I rolled a 32, I have minimum 41 plus fucking bonuses, so like 4 or 5 degrees of success on leadership. So
all right, it's uncommon, so it was a +0. Hey. All right, you have, as described, it looks like a large food can, but it's got some wires coming out of it, and it like. I believe the way this works is basically you'd plug it into your headset, because you guys have headsets for your mics, and you basically makes like a clicking or whirring noise when you're dialed into it. So it's there's a radio signal this way.
Alright, so basically you just like attach it to a vest or something, so it's like out in the open, you have wires.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
And it's got like a little handle so you can point it if you need to dial it in.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, totally. Let's do that. Go Ulrich.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, actually, this is one thing I just realized since I was just looking at it. There's one thing I think I added which we didn't talk about. I don't think it'll come up, but just in case you want it, psychostimulants are now a thing, because I learned that amphetamines were isolated by this time. So, not quite meth, but you can take combat speed. So, medical stimulants focus on energy, but may have adverse effects on long-term use. Sometimes you shoot soldiers in emergency. You take a tablet as a half action. you get a +10 to all memory-related tests, all awareness and investigation tests, and all will-based tests for 1d10 divided by 2 hours. Additionally, remove subconscious limiters on muscles, so your strength and agility are counted as increased by 10.
Oh, increased.
Yeah, you physically feel faster and stronger. However, at the end of the effect, you suffer 1 wound for every hour of duration because it's bad for you.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want it.
They're a little expensive, like most drugs. They're 25 MC a pop, but they come in packets of 6 tablets. So yeah, they're rare. But if especially considering you guys are doing a fucking dumbass night mission, if you wanted to try and rustle up, like I said, some war meth for your guys just in case keys. But yeah. Ooh, right. That's good. Marth's thinking with his thinking. Gonna rile up a potion.
Fuck it, I'm gonna go speedball it. I'm gonna get me a combination of adrenaline shot and fucking psychostimulant.
Sure.
Then I'll start.
Though I would also point out, this is something we did explicitly talk about, your recovery unit does usually carry thermoses or flasks, which would be a combination of probably the grossest but strongest coffee they can brew at base. You know, like where the fuck did you find this? Did you filter this through an engine? And probably, like we said, some of the equivalent of your medicinal brandy. Like, keep you warm, wake you the fuck up. So everybody should be okay on a mission. But yeah, if you wanna stim up.
Well, I'm not gonna stim up. I'm not gonna stim up before we fly, but if shit gets real,
as a possible, yeah, sure. Adrenaline's also, like I said, the adrenaline shot's also another really good one, because we've talked about that one before, but that's temp wounds and also can bring you back from a pseudo-dead state.
Right. Okay, so I guess I don't need to buy stuff for energy potion.
If you wanted to make sure, because you guys are going on ahead,
yeah,
you can still pack one.
Right. So it's I can probably only buy enough materials for one, I guess, with 50.
I think that's what we determined. Yeah, if you're asking me like deep, complex mechanical questions, I don't know if I can do that right now, but
okay.
I believe that's how it worked out last time with the healing potion.
Yeah, I would just say, heck with it. This is only one.
Yeah.
We got space for adrenaline shots?
Unless can caffeine be used in an energy as material for an energy potion?
I mean, if you got coffee beans, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
That's how Dresden does it.
No, I mean that would be a thing. Like that's you are trying to alchemically enhance the natural product of caffeine, and as we've discussed, fuck yeah, you guys have loads of coffee. Like your mission. Now, obviously, as mages, you guys get special treatment, but like if you open up the emergency box, it's just or you tell your recovery team to turn out their pockets because they're covered in shit. It's not necessarily a military issue, but they have anyway because that's the kind of assholes they are. Like, it's all chocolate bars, chewing gum, coffee, schnapps, caramels, that kind of shit. Okay. Schnitzel. Like, they are covered in confections and caffeinated beverages.
Okay. So I'll just buy some stuff and probably have any lying around caffeine will use as an additional potion.
40 MC out of pocket.
So first potion being made.
Down. Yo, Quartermaster, how are we looking on the drug? I got some shit.
He's probably looking at you like, I think this is the first time you ever asked for pharmaceuticals, Captain. Are you okay? Well, actually, honestly, at least the first time you show up to base, not that you rolled the penalty for that, but when you came back from your operation, you did look dead tired.
Uh-huh.
I wonder, should I make it? No, that would just be like unkempt, is just that you constantly look like you're fucking dying. Look.
Okay, alright, so I got drugs. They're in my fucking belt pouches, so I can grab them and go. Fuck yeah, belt pouches. Yeah, my belt pouches are 1, gas mask, 2, field glasses, 3, 10 flares, 4, adrenaline shot, and 5, psychostimulant. Pack of 6.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't know if I'm ever gonna need to whip out my field glasses real quick, but I like it being there.
It's what they're there for. So yeah, the psychostims was one because I was doing research in, once again, pharmaceuticals at the time, because I'm always like, you know, there are a lot of typical gamey effects, and I'm like, oh, I could really try and find out, but also they're a little powerful, but I think it's compensated by the fact that you take guaranteed damage at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a lot out of them.
So here's a question: if I'm taking it says adrenaline shots gives me temporary wounds. If the psychostimulants come down, when I come down off the psychostimulants, would the damage come from those temporary wounds?
If you're still on adrenaline, yeah, it's explicitly noted temporary wounds are resolved first. And
Cool.
if you take extra damage, they don't carry over. So, like, say for instance, you get 4 temporary wounds, you're dosed up on psychostimulants for 4 hours, assuming you get your adrenaline and stuff still. It would kick off and you'd lose the 4 temporary wounds, and then you're like, oh, hey, I'm fine. Those wounds go away. They vanish. On account of my adrenaline!
Next time I fight the Flying Fox, it's probably the first thing I fucking do.
Juice up.
Juice up.
Actually, hold on, though. Is it... I think it might be a medication test to dose other people. Is it one for you as well?
It just says, I think it just said minus.
Okay, yes. You have to
when
administer
administered
as
as it.
Yeah, alright, so that's in general, administering it to anybody is a minus 10. Probably because this is meant to be, like, jumpstart your heart type shit. So, you inject its center of mass.
Right. How many degrees? Alright. Just
I should look at the chat.
Right, I think it's just a simple test for alchemy.
I believe that's what we figured out from potions and playtesting.
Because before it was just the cost of it is equal to whatever that is. Whatever the XP, whatever.
Yep.
Let me just double check. I am...
So trying to make an energy potion. Consuming the potion counts as resting for hours equal to TM, and gives you a plus 20 on fatigue rolls and stay conscious.
Okay.
Honestly, I should grab these drugs earlier after I got shot again. Wolfgang is very big on not dying.
No, that's some of that why that stuff's in there.
Oh, yeah. That...
Okay. Got it.
Alright, doing some rolls. Okay.
I'm gonna start making these epic watercolor scenes and decorating the office club with them. Yeah. Or maybe I'll send them home.
Alright.
My family would enjoy that.
I think the way we work that out is you've made 1 potion of energy. Which has the effect I described. So you...
Okay.
It counts as you... It makes the user recover as if they'd slept hours equal to their toughness mod instantly, and then until the next time they sleep, they get a plus 20 on all rolls versus fatigue and to avoid falling unconscious.
X1 energy potion. Good to have it.
You can hold on to that one. Like, honestly, fuck. I have coffee.
Yeah, I'll hold on to it.
I said, honestly, like, that actually might come in handy later because...
Yeah, I can rest. For me, it makes it so I can rest, recover a number of resting hours of 4 because of TM of 4.
Because later, remember, we're going to be doing fucking hard pushes.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be going on ahead while...
I think every session I'll probably start...
well, yeah, actually, honestly, if you think about it, this is basically your beta test of the push tactic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start making energy potions like crazy.
Because, like I said, like, after this one, they're gonna wisen up, I would say. Once is, oh, they're just doing attack. 2 is, what the hell is going on? By the third time, they're like, oh, hell no. So we gotta... Alright, so...
Yep.
So I bought drugs. Yeah. You made a potion. We got a radio finder.
Yep.
Radio direction finder. Super.
Any special ammo you guys need to top up on?
Oh.
Right.
Oh yeah, I need to buy a second extra reload of AP ammo.
I made those Wildcat cartridges for my revolvers.
For extra reload, AP ammo. Because
And I still have AP rounds in my revolvers.
Yeah, that's a super fuck you to anybody who gets within range. That's just gonna be like, hi, please die.
That's right, because I have a spare magazine. Actually, I'll probably just start off with fucking blast. I'm not planning on attacking active people. But yeah, so then I'll just keep. So I'll probably enchant with blast rounds before we head out, because I remember I basically emptied out my mag. Take out the truck. That's definitely one. An APM special, so they don't give me reload. But yeah. Okay.
Alright, so you've gathered up all your supplies, gathered up all your ammo. This is probably what you spend most of the day doing, is basically just, okay, team meeting. Okay, break. Shopping list.
Hurry, coffee me!
So yeah, I think we've actually been going a little bit. Yeah, this is like 120. Decent amount. This is basically all the faff with none of the action. Haha.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, though, because I was actually listening back to 22 before I edited it to try and figure it out. I'm pretty sure I talked about, because that was after when I reorganized a lot of the magic talents, I'm pretty sure we spent like 30 minutes discussing that.
Yeah.
Like me filling you guys in on new stuff, and then lots of, oh my's, yes, etceteras. I remember the discussion we had where I was like, Lucky, did you ever actually look at what air render does? And you were like, son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I remember
That's
that.
literally what I wanted. And I'm like,
It's like, oh hey, I want to increase my range, and then it's like, maybe it was like, dude, air render.
I wrote that once. I forgot about it, but I did it.
Well, as I said, once I finally,
pretty good at this.
once I master fucking like 5 other trees, yeah, maybe I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
5 other trees.
Yeah, because I want to finish off metal, fire, reinforce, mobility. Was there another one I wanted to do? No, okay, maybe it was just 4 then.
I'm not.
Telepathy is sensory, so I don't know if you wanted to go all the way down that one.
Yeah. No.
I'm not like not mastering any of the other trees unless I really have nowhere else to go with XP spending.
Yeah, no. So like, so there's 4 trees I want to get through because I want haste, I want cool ass fucking fire and metal spells.
Yeah, you do.
And I don't quite.
And
don't quite know
I want to like
other element affinity tree I could start on that would go well with Earth.
And excuse me, area teleport.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So if you're asking for advice, Marth, I think that typically, speaking as the fiction writer, not just the rule writer, compatible affinities with Earth would be wood or metal usually.
Okay.
Fire is another possible one. That's actually something when I was writing something I commented on. Is like, the elemental cycles goes fire to earth to metal, but wood and metal would be your most common.
Okay.
Obviously, you literally can't take air, so that's out.
Yeah. Yep.
You've also ducked a little into void as is, so if you wanted to just keep buying down those trees.
Alright, do have void.
Yeah. If you want to graduate to throwing lightning bolts at people.
Oh yeah.
Lightning,
I can be a terror on the ground or in the air. It's like none of you are safe anymore. All
it's
right.
okay, he's an earth mage and he's really high up. He can't possibly get us from here. And then you were struck by lightning.
It's like,
whoops.
It's like, dude, there's a cloud up there. Boom. Wait, actually, that's a good question. It's like, if I have Earth, I can just like form into a stone shape. I can actually do a ritualizing thing up there too.
Okay.
With mobile Earth.
All right, you guys are prepared and everything. for your mission. And now I'm going to insert the dramatic cliffhanger. Because as you were minding your own business, the major suddenly comes up to you. And it's like, Captain, since you're air unit, you should muster immediately. We've just received a transmission from an allied air unit coming down from the north. And they are apparently in need of some assistance as they cross the border. They've been pursued by enemy air patrols on and off.
Shit.
So yeah, she's basically like, "Hey, need you to do rapid response." Okay, thanks.
Well, time to do rapid response.
And because, like I said, I don't have the energy for that right now. We'll call it here for tonight.
Shit.
But that's good because we got all your planning and stuff out, and we took care of that, and I took some notes, which is good for later. And then the actual plot stuff will happen when I get back to it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been real fun, guys.
Again,
We'll try and do this again sooner.
Yeah, I don't know why we took so long. I really don't.
I think we were just busy and kind of out of it, like the past couple. Like, I know there was like some gotcha stuff and video game stuff in there, and sometime we were off kilter. We missed some days. But anyway, hey, we did it. We spent about an hour and a half, on it. Let's see. You guys did technically accomplish things, and I like giving XP. We'll call it, once again, because I don't really want to give your companions only 50 XP. We'll call it 200 again.
Okay.
A nice minimal amount, in case there's anything you want to buy really quick, because you're going to be engaging aerial enemies over a jungle, rescuing some people, helping some friendlies. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with, the actual plot part, is that the Major will tell you that it's apparently some kind of unit from the Research Bureau.
Okay.
Wait, our unit or their unit?
Your unit.
Oh, wait, no. They mentioned the...
Yeah.
You mentioned... Oh, shit, it's these guys.
Yeah, the Research Bureau's coming.
Reese.
And they may have brought toys, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I had to write some
I'm
custom
excited.
things. Anyway,
Fuck.
yeah. All right, so we'll save that all for later session next time. Like I said, I think I'll call this one, 23.5. Because it's shorter and not a lot happened, but it's fun anyway.
I enjoy, I enjoy planning. I really do.
No, I know. I'm glad you guys like logistics and stuff, because that works really well for the game, but also it keeps this entertaining. Otherwise, this would be dull. But I expect if you guys didn't like the planning, we would plan less.
That's true.
And shoot more. Anyway.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to wrap up this recording really quick.
rounds.
Solid choice. Oh, God. He got even scarier.
And now, if I want to, I could get what? Oh, yeah, I can either get Jaeger Sentry or Jaeger Sentry.
All right. Well, you think about that. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And tune in for the exciting conclusion to that thing I set up just now. Next time. Stay tuned.
Mage is out.